We are recording. Welcome back to the listening room, everyone. My name is Benjamin, and today I'm joined by Landon after a million years of not recording because life has gotten in the way, so there's nothing we can do. But we are going to be ranking the studio albums of Rainbow. This does include Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. It's been under the same name, or under that name, and then Rainbow as well. So we got 8 studio albums here to record from 1976, I believe. Nope, 75. Dang it, I was a little off. 75 and 95, so 20-year span, and he has not released an album since 1995, and I don't think he will again, which,
probably not.
You know, I mean, it's been 30 years. Actually, now that I realize, dang, that's been a long time for that. So I believe he still tours. I don't even know who's in the band anymore, though, at this point, so... 8 studio albums from our least favorite to our favorite. Landon, if you want to kick us off with your least favorite,
awesome.
You are welcome to it.
Okay, my number 8 least favorite is Difficult to Cure.
Okay.
That one was released in 1981. I like, my favorite song out of it is I Surrender. I think that's one of my, I want to say it's one of my like top 10 songs. So it's a really great song in my opinion, but the rest of the album seems very scattered and inconsistent. At least the way I view it. I really like the instruments and just the way how the I Surrender song just flows. But in terms of what I don't like about it, like I said, very scattered. I don't know, it doesn't feel like an album. It feels like it's just a bunch of random songs that they picked and just put them all together. So, I mean, yeah, that's all I really have to say about that one. It's at the bottom for a reason for me. I don't know how other people feel about that, but Difficult to Cure, number 8.
Yep, that's fair. My least favorite, and I like all the Rainbow albums. I don't think there's like really any bad like album that he released. He's a fantastic guitarist, and he's picked great vocalists throughout his whole thing. My least favorite, though, is his last one, Stranger in Us All. It's not bad, but it definitely was my least memorable of all of them. Wolf to the Moon was good. Hunting Humans, Insatiable's great. Black Masquerade, and Hall of the Mountain King, but it's just very mellow and just not as memorable for me.
Yeah.
And nothing against it. Like, we've heard way worse, obviously, listening to certain bands that you can go and listen to.
Scorpion.
Yeah. So definitely it's just not as memorable for me, so that's why it's at number 8.
Yeah. Okay, my number 7 is Bent Out of Shape. What I like about this band, or what I like about this album, sorry, is that it's got 2 catchy songs, like ones that I like from this album. Street of Dreams and then Can't Let You Go. I really like those ones. Just the melody and the rhythm and how everything just fits together. It's very, I don't know if those are popular songs, but if I would have to guess, I would say that those would be popular songs for the album, just on how I like it and how the rhythm goes and just how catchy it is. What I don't like about it is that the production of it, like the sound production and the way they did everything, I just feel like it didn't stand the test of time. So like other songs, like how they do guitars, let's just guitar for example, what am I thinking of? Guns N' Roses, they do guitar really well in it, and it just works real well with like today and everything. It still is nice, but the way they did some of the drums and everything, I don't know, I just didn't feel like they really worked for, like, now I get that it's an older album and everything, but I just feel like the way they did the production just doesn't work anymore. Maybe it was popular back then, but now it just doesn't sound good to me. I didn't like a lot of the songs from here. I mean, I have 2 that I like, but they're not like my top songs. I mean, if they had more songs, like maybe add 2 more songs on there that I really enjoyed, it'd be a lot higher, but it's not. So number 7 is Bent Out of Shape. That was 1983.
Yeah, that's also my number 7. I guess I got a hold of the phone. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't know what website have Master of Puppets down on the thing below. You can tell what I was listening to when I was running today. But Stranded is good. Fool for the Night and Fire Dance. Obviously, Street of Dreams is good. And I think I liked Snowman. I don't remember. I think I did like that one. That's what I remember. Is that the instrumental? It's been so long since Yeah, I think that might be the instrumental.
so.
On that, I thought it was pretty good. But 1983, and like, it's not bad. I just again, like, it's not as unmemorable as the last one, but there's better Rainbow, in my opinion. I thought the guitar works a little bit better, and I can see what you're saying on that. The production isn't as good. It's not as in your face and really strong. It's kind of weak. So that is my number 7. So your number 6.
Number 6 is Stranger in a Soul. That's 1995.
Okay.
So we're going straight up. Wasn't that their last album that they released?
Stranger in a Soul.
I really like Black Masquerade in this album. Even though it's a number 6, this is the only song that I like from them. The other ones aren't that bad, but what I really dislike about it is the consistency of the songwriting. Gosh, I wish I would able to explain this better. I need to start writing down like more examples, because I just think of all these things like the songwriting is inconsistent, and then when people ask me, I don't really know how to tell them. I just know when you listen to these songs, I listened to this album twice, I didn't like how inconsistent the album was both times. So like a theme for these ones, these bottom albums lower on the list, a lot of it, the problem with it for me is the inconsistency of them. But overall, I don't think it's a bad album. I think they could have done a much better job with the songwriting. Like I said, Black Masquerade is my favorite song from this album, but I just feel like a lot of them, it lacked a lot of potential that I feel like it could have had. Especially for their newest album, I feel like they could have had like a really strong comeback if they just worked a little bit harder on the consistency of this album. But that's what I have for number 6, Stranger in a Soul, 1995.
Nice. Difficult to Cure is my next one. I do not this isn't the one I'm thinking of. Never mind. I Surrender is a classic. That's such a good song. Track 5, I don't know how to pronounce that, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. I know the maybe next time part, but the rest is like, I don't know. It's good. I like it. And then the final song, Difficult to Cure, Beethoven's Ninth, is good. This one was pretty hard rocking. I thought it was pretty good, but we're getting into territory where it's a little more difficult to rank when we get higher up. Not necessarily a little bit harder, but like I would say Difficult to Cure is the next one. Thought it was a pretty good album cover. It's pretty cool. It's not quite top shelf Rainbow, except for the opening song I Surrender, which obviously like top 10 Rainbow song, but that's my next pick. I don't have much more to add to what you've already said, so
okay, so my number 5 is Straight Between the Eyes. That's 1982. What I really like about this album is that it's kind of the opposite of Stranger in a Soul, in the fact that it's a lot more consistent. This one's a lot more, in my opinion, it felt a lot more rock oriented, which I liked. I liked it. It's a great album, but what I didn't like about it is that it didn't feel a lot like the earlier Rainbow. And even though I had a lot of bad things to say about the earlier Rainbow albums, I mean, we haven't even got through them all yet, but they just had this nostalgic rock feeling to them. And of course they had a lot of rock in here, but this just felt too slick. It felt really commercial, I think. Just a lot mainstream, and their earlier albums just didn't feel like that. It felt a lot more unique, and that's what just made them stand out. But this album just felt like every other album released in the 80s. But I mean, it's a good album, and a lot of people would probably like that, but I liked it when it was a lot more unique. This is a great album, but it's just not as unique as I think of when I think of Rainbow. So number 5, Straight Between the Eyes. That's all I got for that.
Yeah, to your point, you said that it sounds like any other album in the 80s. Man, I prefer that to anything that's being released today, unless it's like modern metal. I think is for a lot of there's good albums coming out today, but a lot of the mainstream stuff is just not it for me. It's not my. If anybody likes it on this channel, that's fine, but like that's not going to be something like I'm going to prefer. For like the mainstream, like what Taylor Swift and all, the whole thing. I don't. That's the only name I know pretty much at this point. So, my number 5, yeah, number 5 is also, well, I guess also you're Straight Between the Eyes. Oh boy,
It's kind of hard to see on the phone.
yeah, it's terrible to see on the phone. Okay, you can look up the album cover.
It's
The
a pretty
reason,
cool album color.
yeah, it is. I didn't notice the rainbow in his eye, like on the album.
There's
cover.
a rainbow in his eye?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That made it even cooler.
really cool. Opening up Death Alley Driver's awesome, but Stone Cold's another top 10 song for me. I love that
Yeah.
song so much. Bring On the Night. Eyes of Fire is such a good closer. It's a really good closer. I like that song.
Those are all really good songs.
Yeah, very good stuff. I have the vinyl of this. I got it for cheap, along like $10 or something for an original, but it's somewhere either there. Or it's actually probably at the other house. So yeah, don't have it with me today to show it off, but it's a good record. I think it's in some ways it's not as talked about. I think I Surrender is such a hit, so now people know more a little bit of Difficult to Cure, and this one kind of gets by the wayside a little bit. But I think it's really good, and everything from here up, though, or at least like after this one, is like gonna be like awesome for me.
Sure.
I
we're
really,
halfway. We're at the halfway point now.
yeah. So I think like, and I actually have every 5 and up technically, but I have 4, 3, 2, and 1 to show today. So you go to the next pick.
All right, my next pick, number 4, halfway through, Down to Earth. You said yes. Down to Earth. It's a pretty cool album cover. It reminds me of Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, Pink Floyd.
That reminds me of that album cover. I really like this one. This one felt a lot of the songs on here felt like very radio friendly. I mean, I don't know what the radios were like what they were playing back, like towards the late 70s, beginning of the 80s. I don't know what they were playing, but I feel like they could have definitely had a lot of songs on here. They're very catchy, mainstream songs, but also I don't like that at the same time. But I mean, you just gotta give it to them. They have good songs. If they're mainstream, sometimes that's not their fault. If they're just making good music, they're making good music. If everyone likes it, that's not their fault, you know? They're just making... Like, this album's got a lot of great music on it. Since You've Been Gone and All Night Long are my favorite songs from this one. Those ones would actually probably be my number 4 and my number 3 favorite songs from them. But a lot of this album... The one thing I dislike about this album is that it felt a lot more like party rock, rather than that unique. I really don't know how to describe it. There's this really unique take that they had on a lot of their albums. Part of me wants to say it was more like fantasy kind of rock, but I just really don't know how to describe it. I mean, a lot of this was party rock. I like party rock and everything. This is a great album.
The next 3 take fantasy.
But I mean, this is halfway through. This is our halfway point. Number 4, Down to Earth.
Yeah, the next 3 albums for sure take the fantasy on. That's my number 4 as well. I should have been going on vocalist for this. Joe Lynn Turner did some of the ones that we just mentioned. He's a great vocalist. I think all the vocalists were good.
Yeah.
Graham Bonnet is a really good vocalist on this, and he's one of my favorite singers of all time. So, All Night Long's a great opener. I kind of like Making Love, not gonna lie. That's say what you want about the lyric content, but I enjoyed that song. Since You've Been Gone, that's a classic. Yeah. I really like that song. Danger Zone, Lost in Hollywood's a great closer. Roger Glover does a great job with the production on the album. I think it's very good.
Yeah.
I think I had this maybe 1 higher at one point, but these next 3 albums are just so good, like they're gonna be top 3.
For sure.
It's got my favorite metal vocalist of all time. So that's gonna be my number 4, though. Graham Bond is such a great vocalist. Check his stuff out.
Okay, my number 3 is gonna be Richie's Blackmore's Rainbow. This is their debut album, is it not?
Yeah, 75.
Yeah. 1975. Great album. I really like the songs Man on the Silver Mountain. That's a really great song. And then Catch the Rainbow is a very fun, and the I like the lyrics in it. I feel like it's a lot more creative than a lot of songs at the time. But I mean, a lot of the bands that we ranked, they have a lot of unique lyrics to them. I mean, it's just that whole rock genre, especially in these 70s and 80s. There's a lot of unique songs to them that I definitely wouldn't have listened to if they came out now. But these are all classics. This is a classic album. I don't have much bad to say about this album. I mean, like Benjamin said, these top three, these last three, they're all really good albums. And I definitely agree with them on that. Maybe it does feel a little uneven song-wise, because there is a lot of great songs on here, but maybe they had a lot of hits, maybe one miss. I mean, it just takes... With some albums, it takes one bad song to ruin the rest, but I don't think that's the case for this one.
Yeah.
That's why it's on number 3. Just because the amount of good songs on here way outweighs the bad songs. So, I mean, for a debut album, I think this is definitely really great. I wouldn't say it's the best debut album I've ever listened to, but, I mean, it's really good, and I hadn't really listened to Rainbow until recently when we were doing this ranking. And I honestly really enjoyed them. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this as much as I thought I was, but this is a very great type of music. I mean, if you haven't listened to any Rainbow stuff, I think this album would be the one to start at. I mean, their debut one, really great. But number 3, Richie's Blackmore's Rainbow. Yeah.
Also my number 3.
Look at that.
I don't know why I haven't opened the CDs yet. I had to listen.
I feel like that's kind of
individually.
cool that it's sealed.
Yeah. But to have a debut like this, and there was a band called Elf that basically got disbanded. I don't remember the whole history with it, but basically, I don't remember if Richie came in and fired everybody and kept Dio or what it was, but and brought in some of the Deep Purple members. I'll have to look at that again because it's like, yeah, something like that. Produced by Blackmore Birch. Oh yeah, Martin Birch is awesome. Another great production from him. And of course Dio, you heard him on Black Sabbath actually, on 3 records. 4, because he did that final album that they did under the Heaven and Hell title.
Oh, that's right. You
The Devil You Know.
Yeah.
And of course he's an awesome vocalist. He's my favorite metal vocalist of all time. He has a great solo career that we need to rank at some point too. But I digress. Man on Silver Mountain, classic. Snake Charmer is an underrated song. Temple of the King, so good. Love that song. 16th Century Green Sleeves. Yeah, Still I'm Sad's a good closer. I mean, just like what a killer debut. I mean, it's obvious, as you said, it's not the best debut. That's okay. But like for a debut, like they nailed it. They hit it out of the park. They did exactly what, and the fantasy lyrics on this one and the next 2. This is kind of the fantasy like stuff early on, and then it wasn't quite so much after Dio left, which he left to join Black Sabbath after one of these albums later, and then he went to do his own thing. So yeah, really good. Enjoyed that album quite a bit. That's my number 3.
Nice. Okay, my number 2 is Long Live Rock and Roll. This is... See, I'm kind of torn between this and number 1. I feel like these 2 could be changed, but I mean, there are some things that I like and dislike about each one of them. This one, I really like the title track on this one. It's really good. That opening is great.
Oh yeah.
Gates of Babylon is good. I really liked the lyrics on this, and it just felt like a lot of these songs felt very powerful. Gates of Babylon was like really had me like thinking, wow, this is a great song, you know. And you're not just listening to it, you're actually thinking to yourself, this is a really great, well put together song. I mean, overall, it's a really great album. I mean, it's at 2 for a reason, of course. But I don't know, I just feel like Sensitive Delight, it's the 7th track. Yeah, 7th track. I just feel like that one's a little bit of a filler song, in my opinion. That's probably the one thing that I dislike about this album. But just because it's a filler song doesn't mean it's a bad song. It just didn't... It's that inconsistency. It didn't feel like the rest of them. So I think that's the one bad thing I would have to say about this one. But overall, Long Live Rock and Roll is a really, really great album. Some of their best work, honestly. I mean, it's at, like I said, it's at number 2 for a reason. But number 2, Long Live Rock and Roll for me.
We are very similar on the top 4. We are exact on the top 4, actually. Top 5. We're actually, are we top 5? Yeah. That is crazy. I don't think that's gonna happen again. But yeah, no, love the title track. I love Lady of the Lake too. That's such a good song. One of my early favorites, and of course, Gates of Babylon is my favorite on this one. I love Kill the King. Oh, Kill the King's so good too. The Shed. I would say I agree with you on Sensitive to Light. It's not as good. Rainbow Eyes is a great closer, but the reason this one is at second, though, is not necessarily because of that song. It's because number 1 is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
So that's why it has to be a number 1, and I'll explain that, and you'll probably hit it on the head for all that. But, yeah, no, don't. These first 3 Rainbow albums, actually first 4, do not skip. If you're going to, like, listen to Rainbow, for sure the first 4.
All right. And the number 1, Rising. This was released in 1976. This is a really, really good album. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think I wouldn't change this for number 2. I think I would keep this here now that I'm thinking about it. A lot of good songs. This is very consistent. I don't think there's any filler songs in my opinion, so I don't have anything disliking about this. It's got a lot of great songs. A Light in the Black is the 8th track.
No, I think there's only 6 tracks on
6 track. This is a really great song to end it off. Stargazer, I really like, and then Run with the Wolf. Those are my top 3 songs out of this. I like all the songs, but those 3 stick out the most. Like I said, I don't have anything to dislike about this. I think it's a really great album. I think you should definitely listen to this, but I think you have, like Benjamin said, you cannot skip these first 4 albums. They're all really good, and you have to listen to all of them. You really have to listen to all of Rainbow. I don't think I would recommend skipping any of these albums.
Right.
They're all really great, but, I mean, once you get to this masterpiece, you're going to love it even more. So, really great album. Nothing bad to say about it. I mean, we'll see what Benjamin says. I mean,
it was terrible. No. I love that album cover. That is such a great album cover. And so for me, side A is top notch, top 10 out of 10. Terror Woman, great opener. Run with the Wolf, Starstruck's awesome. That's very catchy. And Do You Close Your Eyes, also very catchy. It's side B that got me though.
Really?
Stargazer was one of my early hard rock classics that blew my mind, and still sometimes does. Not gonna lie, that is such a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But I didn't know of A Light in the Black for a long time until I listened to that album. What a perfect closing song.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, between Stargazer and that is my favorite. I don't know. I think probably A Light in the Black right now is my favorite on the album by just a hair. Just because I've heard Stargazer so long, and A Light in the Black still, like, I heard that song and I was like, I'm surprised I wasn't going 100 on the highway. It was so good. This was an early vinyl purchase, actually. It's definitely not here, but one of my earliest vinyl purchases when they weren't terribly expensive at the time. They're probably like $10-15 more expensive now, but yeah, as you said, masterpiece. And what a great shot of the band in the back. And I think honestly this one or Mob Rules or even Heaven and Hell are Dio's best vocal performance. He killed it on this, and of course the guitar work, just the band shredded like crazy. And that production by Martin Birch, perfect.
They all performed perfectly in this.
Oh my goodness.
Like, do you have anything bad to say about it though?
No, it's one of my favorite albums of all time.
It's a great album.
Like I don't normally. I usually have something, but I think it's a perfect album.
Yeah, I mean, when you can't think of anything bad, you know it's a great album.
Oh yeah.
Some people might say some bad things about it, but I can't even imagine what people would say. Like, I can't think of one thing bad to say about it.
That isn't complete lunacy.
Yeah, it's really good. I definitely recommend listening to Rainbow. And then I want to try and do something different. 1 out of 10, how would you rate this band?
1 out of... Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about doing that. I would say, honestly, probably an 8.
An 8?
Really enjoyed Rainbow. Even the, like, because the bottom albums I don't hate at all.
Mhm.
Like, I would re-listen to them, for sure. And those top albums are just top-notch. They're so
Top
good.
notch. I would definitely give it... I'd give it an 8.5. And to some people that might be like, why didn't you put it at 10? We've ranked a lot of bands so far, and we're gonna rank a lot of bands. So it's not like we can say 9, 9, 10,
Right.
10. I mean, you can't put them all up there. You gotta be realistic.
Right.
And I think an 8 is a very realistic answer, and I think an 8.5. I mean, I really liked it. I hadn't listened to this before. We were talking about doing this video. And I really enjoyed it. I honestly didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much. I thought maybe before I listened to it, I was thinking maybe it would have been a 6, maybe 6.5. But I mean, 8.5, really great band. A really great artist. The band work was perfect. Everyone performed really well in a lot of these albums.
Yeah.
I mean, just a talented group, honestly. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got to say about Rainbow. Definitely recommend listening to it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And continue to check out our other rankings as well. Thank you for doing this one as well.
Of course.
We have many more to rank that we're in the process of, and we have other ones that I think we're almost ready, if not ready to do. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching this one. Check out Rainbow for sure. Streaming CD. I need to get the rest of the CDs. There's only 4 more left, so like this one. Although
I mean, you got all the best ones right there.
Right. Yeah, I do. And then I also have Straight Between the Eyes on vinyl. So I guess I don't technically need to get any more. I might get Difficult to Cure. I like Difficult to Cure too, but yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next ranking on the Listening Room. Take care, everybody.